not that song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
FF episode 1808. 1808. I didn't do a show yesterday called
Mike's Daily Podcast
because I was busy. I had to go to a party in Podcastro Valley. It was awesome, and I was named Sally, and I hung out with some cool people, and we ate lasagna, and I was full because I ate a bunch of food. Lasagna.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Lasagna is a great food. You put it in the oven, and then you get the cheese and... I actually
Daily
do not have the
Podcast.
best luck making lasagna.
Yeah!
I don't know. I end up making it in the crock pot. Then it turns into soup. But that's not here, nor there, nor anywhere. Something that I realized is that I don't think I want to be doing a money podcast or a money talk show anytime soon. Even though I've worked at a financial radio station for a while, I don't think it's a thing for me. I think just doing this thing, the Mike's Daily Podcast thing, is fun. So, yeah, no money show. Because, all right, here's the thing. If you do a money show, at some point, you get boring. At some point, you're talking about numbers, and to me, that's like, they're important, but you know what's not important? Well, it's important because everybody's doing it these days, but it's drones. They are everywhere. And here's the thing, people can't drive. They just can't drive cars at all worth a dang. Why are they flying drones when you're dealing with a three-dimensional space and these things go flying into people and they're sharp and they move fast? They're just it was a bad idea. Bad idea all around. Here's another bad idea.
And here's today's podcast picture.
When women get their noses pierced with the nose ring, but they do it like the toro, like a bull, like they're yeah. Why? I'm seeing that a lot. That's a bad idea. Hey, the podcast picture today is not a bad idea. So I went recently. What is it? Okay, Basil the Boxer is he's trying to talk and be on the podcast. Basil, it's okay. I'm doing a podcast. Okay, there he goes. With a little vocal right there. A couple weeks ago, my lovely lady friend and I went down to Santa Cruz, and we stopped at Scotts Valley, where there's a place called Coffee Cat. And they used to make this amazing peanut butter blended latte thing that was just so good. They put like fresh whipped cream on top. And I took a picture of it, and this picture, when did I take this? I think this was 6 years ago I took this picture. So we were just down there a week ago, and they don't serve it anymore. So don't expect a Coffee Cat in Scotts Valley, which is on your way to Santa Cruz. If you're coming out of the Bay Area, you will not get that drink. I was listening to, I'll tell you what the podcast picture is in just a moment. I'm just clicking through a couple things. It just, this is pretty cool. This is this little spot. It's near. I'm in a total Santa Cruz frame of mind lately. A lot of the pictures are from that. Although I think we did one from Benita last time. But yes, I love the Santa Cruz area. Okay, this is really close to the Natural Bridges place, and I took this picture 6 years ago. See it at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Also, you can go there if you'd like to help out the show. If you'd like to do any shopping on Amazon, you can click through the Amazon link we have at MikesDailyPodcast.com, and that helps us out. Also, if you are using the Amazon Alexa thingy, the Echo Dot and whatnot, you can say, Alexa, open TuneIn, or open iHeartRadio app, or open what's the other app? Open Spotify. And if you say, once you say open that and you say play Mike's Daily Podcast, this show will play miraculously. Probably play the first episode first. We'll see how completely organized they are. Basil is singing and whimpering in the background. It's okay, Basil. Okay. Then, the other thing that's a bad idea is the comment, this guy I know who does this radio show in the Bay Area. He does a really good, funny money show. Although when he talks about money and numbers and everything, that gets boring. But he does a great job looking at all the local stuff happening in the Bay Area. The one thing he discusses that I never quite understand, he compares vampires to Nazis. And he says, at one time, he believes that vampires existed because he thinks at one time people are going to not believe that Nazis exist. So thusly, he'll believe that he believes vampires existed because he knows Nazis existed. So anyway, he equates that all the time on his show, and I never know if that gets through to people or if he ends up sounding quite, I don't know, racist, scary. Basil, seriously, it's okay. I'm podcasting. Mellow out. Chill, pill. Please. Wow. He gets this way. He's always gotten this way. It's only been lately that I've been able to do the podcast with him again in the room. Previously, he's been pre-recorded. The previous Basil was pre-recorded. The other thing is listening to Larry Elder today. I heard him moan about Obamacare today, and I thought, wait, that's long gone, that president's long gone. Why are you still talking about that? It's because conservatives have nothing to talk about these days. They got that and Ocasio-Cortez. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. That's all they got to talk about. They got their guy. They got their guy in the White House. He's in the Oval Office. What else can they... Oh, we'll just dig up something from 20 years ago. That's what we'll talk about. And okay, I guess there's something in the news about Ocasio-Cortez wants to give everyone free health care or something, as Bernie Sanders does. That's fine. Whatever, that's going to be a thing. At some point, that's going to happen. Get ready for it. Because your old, crusty, white... I'm just going to talk to the old, crusty, white guy that's listening to the show right now. At some point, you'll be dead, and your kids... They ain't going to remember a dang thing you said about, well, it's going to be communism taking over the whole country if we do that. Who's going to pay for it? And then you'll be dead, and your kids will be, it was a great idea all along, or your great-great-grandkids' kids. And it's going to happen at some point. So just deal with it. But I might be wrong. Whatever. I may be wrong. I could be right. This whole thing could be a bad idea. Yes, I'm talking about bad ideas today on today's show. And you sometimes have to throw a bad idea out there. I was working with someone today who was saying to me, well, he wasn't doing his job right. And I've trained him, I've talked to him, I've tried to correct him over and over and over again. And he keeps... Well, here's what I said to him finally. I go, it's okay to make a mistake. The thing is to learn from the mistake and move on. Don't repeat the mistake. Don't back up, beep, beep, and do it again. This is where we reach the issues of the day, of the problems, that we try to learn from them. We don't always do that. We will make mistakes many, many times. It's true, but it's to learn from that. That's my little bit of advice, my little bit of motivation. Make mistakes, do bad ideas, learn from it. There you go. Hey, there's a couple people here outside a cafe anyway, including my moaning dog. Hi, Mike. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How y'all doing? Hi, Basil. Let me go see Basil right now. I'm grabbing the microphone. Over here, yo. Hi, Basil. How are you today?
What's going on with you? Are you having a good day? Hi, Basil. What's going on? You gonna talk or anything? You gonna lick the microphone? Okay. I gotta go. Bye. Bye, Basil. Bye, bye.
All right, thank you, Benita. Oh, careful with that microphone. Wow. And look who else is here.
Hey, it's Disgruntled Fiddle Player. Tell you
What?
I don't know what just happened, but it happened, didn't it?
It did, and look who's pouring us a delicious root beer right now.
Hello, Mike. I make the delicious root beer.
Yeah, that guy. Okay, next show it's going to be the wonderful Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley.
Hey, I'll cut you. I'm the Brewmaster. I make the delicious root beer. Oh, boy!
The Brewmaster didn't quite sound correct today. I don't know. You want to try that one more time? Back it up and try again?
Hello there, Mike. I make the delicious root beer. I'm the Brewmaster. Oh!
All right, we'll end with that then. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Great idea.
That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You know,
he thought I had done it on purpose.
I thought the show was over with, and now it's back. But you know, it's back because the lovely lady friend is here. Hello, lovely lady friend.
Hello.
I'm mixing on the fly, like Marty McFly, so things may sound a little odd, but yes. So we've reached a point where we're no longer at Cafe Anyway. We're actually in the basement of my house. Really? Yeah. Uh-huh. That's where the dreams come true. That's the dream factory.
Starts from the bottom up.
It does. You got it right down underground, and then you move up. And Basil's not with us because he was whining too much. You're such a child, Basil. At 11, there were two thoughts I didn't get to. One is that what I noticed today, lovely lady friend, is when I'm on BART, because I ride BART a lot, this thing happens where you're in a train and the doors open when they reach a destination, and someone will walk into the train, right at the train station, will walk into your train and look at you like, why the hell are you in my train? Get out. This is my train. Y'all get out. That's what I got. I got that kind of vibe today. A very small Asian woman came in and did that to me, and I don't know what I did. I didn't leave. I stayed my ground of sperm.
You're like a big, tall, strapping man.
Thank you. Well, that's the end of the show, everyone. So we know where this leads. No.
Well, maybe she thought you didn't need a seat because...
Oh, because I'm tall?
Yeah.
Tall-ish?
Yeah. And you look healthy.
There's a guy, I used to produce his radio show, who used to say he was 6'1", and I'm like, I'm 6'1", and you are at least a couple inches shorter than me. Part of it too is he's got a hunch. I had a hunchback. We had a hunchback at the station. There was a joke there. I got this hunch. Anyway, we're not calling the show Hunch today. We're calling it Idea. Okay, but speaking of interesting work stories, I heard about this one guy. Apparently, a guy I found this out today. I haven't told you this yet. Somebody at my job, apparently, this was just before I got there, used to work 8 hours, do his 8-hour full-time job, but he would split it up. Like, he'd work 4 hours, then leave Fremont, drive all the way to San Francisco and work at another station in San Francisco for 4 hours, and then he would come back and work his last 4 hours in Fremont at the station I work at there. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Can you believe that? It's crazy.
Wow. And worked for him, it looks like.
Well,
is that even legal?
The thing, yeah, it's not really. Well, the issue ran into, first he lied to everyone at the first job, at his full-time job, and then also he had got someone to work part-time, so he was costing the company money. He was basically stealing from the company, so that was that was another bad idea.
Oof.
But apparently it worked for quite a while for him, so we can debate on if it's good or bad. Do you want to end the show with anything?
I'm going to nurse my knee tonight.
You're going to nurse it?
Yes.
That's it.
I'm going to nurse my knee.
I'll help you.
Because I got a rug burn.
No.
A carpet burn.
At your job.
At my job, yes. I should give this context.
Context, please. We demand context.
I've learned that I should not chase after 7-year-old boys. Oh, that sounds really bad.
Context, please.
This is just getting worse and worse.
Part of
what are your listeners going to think?
Part of Desiree's job is she is like an educator, a teacher.
Yes.
A therapist. And so one of her... we can't go into specifics because this show gets heard by 5 people. But let's just say I'm lettering things a lot today. I lettered something to you earlier tonight. I'm going A da 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 da, B da 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 da, and I felt like afterwards what am I, a lecturer? What is this?
Yes.
Do I have a whiteboard behind me I'm scribbling on? What the? Sorry for lettering and itemizing, but we do need to point out that this young child that you were helping out was basically medicated by the school system. They said, oh, he's too hyperactive, and gave him drugs, and that's wrong. So, but at any rate, you need to do your therapy thing with him to help him, is what you're doing, right?
Yes. Well, the issue was not so much that he was given drugs, but that he was given drugs without any sort of assessment or some kind of consultation with a psychiatrist or a professional that can prescribe that sort of medication for young children. That's
crazy. That
was more the issue.
So irresponsible.
Yes, actually, yeah.
So,
negligent.
So he challenged you to a race or something.
He did, and I'm not one to back down. I don't care if he's 7. So
you ran and you fell.
So I fell. Yeah, and so now I learned my lesson. Okay. I was humbled. And yeah, I will be nursing my knee.
Well, we got some ice packs upstairs in the fridge. We can put that on there. It'll help it feel a little better.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us at the end of the show. Lovely lady
for
friend.
having me.
Woo! You missed the Brewmaster too.
Oh, well, he won't cut me now.
You've already been cut by a small child. It's crazy. Oh wow.
Yes.